Here are members of the local organizing committee and the subcommittees. I take this opportunity to thank you, Mama, for hosting us here today and for your support. Colleagues, we would not be here today if it wasn't for the dedicated service of our dear mother to ensure that our bid to host Afcon 2027 was successful. Right from the time of her guaranteeing the country to the Confederation of African Football on behalf of government, mobilizing resources, close supervision, among others. Mama, I want to take this opportunity to thank you so much for the dedicated service you've continued to provide to the ministry and our country. And I would like to ask the audience to clap for you. Thank you. Mama, allow me to introduce to you the members of the Afcon 2027 Local Organizing Committee that will support you as its chair to organize Afcon 2027. In addition, I will introduce the subcommittees that will support the Local Organizing Committee. This is the team that will hit. The Vice Chairperson, Mama, will be Mr. Kin Kalisa. I bring apologies because he asked me to send his apologies. He's out of the country. Members of this committee, Mr. Don Wanyama, the CEO of the New Vision, is here with us, Mama. Mr. Mark Sally is Corporate Affairs from the National Council of Sport. He's here with us, Mama. I also bring greetings from Mr. Wekesa Amos, Mama. I talked to him. He was in Tanzania, but he welcomes and appreciates you for nominating him. He's ready to serve in this committee. He's from the private sector. Then I have Mr. Faizo Museveni from the Federation of Uganda Football Association and Mrs. Mpanga Cynthia from FUFA. Mama, one of the reasons why FUFA is not here, the president is in Bangkok attending the FIFA Congress, and two people, then the other members are attending a function specifically paying the respect to the fallen former Cranes player who was also a goalkeeper keeping coach. Protocol and hospitality. The Protocol and Hospitality Committee will play a vital role in ensuring smooth and well-organized experience for participants, officials, guests, and stakeholders during the Afcon 2027. Members of the Protocol Committee, we have Mr. Rogers Biamakama from FUFA. We have Mr. Rogers Mulindwa from FUFA. We have Mrs. Cecilia Anyakoit, Member of Council, who is here. We have Mr. Ivan Mugowa, Member of Council, who is here. We have Ambassador Sentongo Mama also sent his apologies. He has been in Kenya on official duties. Then we have Ms. Nora Namsimbwa, Office of the President. She's here with us. Then we have Right Honorable Dan Chidega, who is here with us, former Speaker of Iyala Mama. Finance, Resource Mobilization Committee. The committee and the Resource Mobilization Committee is a crucial component in the preparation of Afcon 2027. This committee is responsible for managing the financial aspects of the tournament and ensuring proper budgeting, fundraising, and resource allocation. Mama, with your permission, allow me to read the members as follows. Dr. Ogwell Bernard Patrick, Chairperson, Finance and Resource Mobilization, who is the General Secretary, National Council of Sports and Accounting Officer. Mr. Bellarmine Okudi, Commissioner, Planning, Minister of Education and Sports, is here, is the Vice Chairperson of this committee. Mr. Francis Mumuza, who is from Minister of Finance, I don't know where he is he here? He's meant to be from the Minister of Finance. From the private sector, I have Mr. Onapito Ekomoloit, he's from the Nile Breweries, who is here with us, Mama. Another is Mr. Stephen Asimwe, who is the Executive Director of PSF, Private Sector Foundation, Uganda. He's meant to be a member here. Then I have Mr. Ariga Rusol from FUFA. Then I have Owek Sekabembe, who is also a member of the committee. Mama, I would like to propose, if you permit, that we add in the permanent secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, as a member of this finance committee for purposes of being closer to us, and the commissioner of the Minister of Education Planning and the Minister of Education and Sports. Infrastructure Committee and Facility Committee. The Infrastructure and Facility Committees plays a critical role in ensuring that the necessary physical and logistical elements are in place for the successful organization of Afcon 2027. They will develop, plan, and oversee the implementation of infrastructure and facilities required for hosting Afcon 2027. Mama, allow me to read before you the Committee of Infrastructure. The chairperson is Mr. Ambrose Tashobia, chairperson, Infrastructure and Facility Committee, chairperson of National Council of Sports. The vice chairperson is Dr. Semogere Kenneth from Makerere University, who is here, Mama, with you. Other members are Mr. Asfat Abinaitwe, is from our CMU unit in the Ministry of Education and Sports. Mama, I have Dr. Simba Edward, Commissioner Public Structures from the Ministry of Works and Transport. I have Mr. Nicholas Zirimenya, Facility Supervisor, National Council of Sports. I have Mr. Gilbert Girimundu, the Chief Government Valuer, is meant to be here, is a member of this committee. Then I have Miss Nakigwa Shira. She's a member from the Federation of Uganda Football Association. I go to the Sporting Committee. The Sporting Committee's role is overseeing and managing the sporting aspects of African Cup of Nations 2027. They will identify, develop, prepare, and present a competitive national team for Afcon 2027. The Sporting Committee, the chairperson is Mr. Justus Mugisha from FUFA. The vice chairperson is Mr. Ashaba Agre from FUFA. The members include the following: Mr. Antege Patrick from FUFA. Commissioner Reverend Duncan Mugumya, Commissioner Pace. Members are Mr. Kibirige Bobkins from FUFA. I have Mr. Katende, Assistant General Secretary from National Council of Sports. Then, Mama, I have Mr. William Blick, a member of the International Olympic Committee, who is here with us, Mama. Government Services Committee. This committee will work closely with the local organizing committee to ensure execution and delivery of government guarantees in collaboration with other government ministries, departments, and agencies. So, Mama, permit me to read before you the Government Services Committee. I have the chairperson, Mr. Brighton Barukagare, chairperson of the Government Services Committee. You're most welcome. Commissioner in our ministry. The vice chairperson is Mr. Bradford Ocheng, Deputy Director, Uganda Tourism Board. I am reliably informed he's out of the country. Then other members include the following: Mr. Magnot Charles, Deputy Director, Education and Social Services, KCCA. I have Colonel David Richard Lumumba, Uganda Defense Forces. I have Dr. John Baptist Nahombe, Commissioner, Emergency Medical Services, Minister of Health. I have Ms. Shadia Nakamanya from the National Council of Sports. Then I have Honorable Nachuala Chinji from FUFA. Afcon Secretariat. The LOC shall establish a secretariat for Afcon 2027, which will be responsible for day-to-day operations aimed at successful delivery of Afcon project. Mama, the management structures and the roles of the secretariat shall be determined by the local organizing committee. Mama, this team before you is constituted of people who have vast experience in different fields, and it's my prayer that we shall apply our best efforts to convert the strengths into a successful Afcon 2027. The team will be tasked with making work plans and roadmaps for all key activities and will be reporting to you, Mama, and the log routinely on the progress made. We shall also work with the regional interministerial committee of the 3 partner states, that is Kenya and Tanzania, which will guide and play an advisory role to the log. Colleagues, let us work together as a team. We must take on this assignment and execute it to the satisfaction of Ugandans. If you've been following news, you must have now realized how important issues of sports are to Ugandans, especially football. Our actions will be followed, keenly scrutinized by the public. We must therefore know by now that we shall be held accountable. I thank you so much for taking up this responsibility. Mama, before I end up, I want to tell you what transpired yesterday as I sum up, Mama. I want to confirm, Mama, that you did request for a supplementary budget for the construction of Hoima City Stadium. I want to thank the President and you and the Cabinet. As of yesterday by 11 p.m., Parliament approved a supplementary budget of 150 billion for the construction as 30%, 152 as 30% commitment for the construction of Hoima City Stadium. I also want to confirm that yesterday, during the presentation of the core agenda to Parliament, 100 billion was approved for the construction of Akibwa Olympic Stadium in Lira City.
As you all may recall, on the 27th September 2023, the Confederation of African Football awarded the hosting rights for the 36th edition of the Afcon 2027 to the East African Joint Pamoja bid by Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. The Afcon 2027 will be a maiden tournament of this magnitude in the history of the 3 partner states since its inception in 1957. Among the requirements of CAF is the establishment of the local organizing committee that will be responsible for organizing the tournament. You, ladies and gentlemen, have been identified based on your reputation as a people we need, with the right attitude and skills set to support us in organizing not only Afcon 2027, but also the Chan tournament that will be held in September this year. The local organizing committee will play a crucial role in planning, in organizing, and executing various aspects of both the Chan and the Afcon 2027. The committee's responsibilities encompass a wide range of activities to ensure the successful hosting of the tournament. The operations of the local organizing committee will be guided by the terms of reference as they have been presented, that will provide a comprehensive framework within which members will effectively plan and execute Afcon 2027 activities. Our target is to ensure the success of the tournament and leaving a positive legacy in this country. The terms of reference have been developed through a consultative process with the Federation of Uganda Football Association, UFA, and I believe that they are in line with the established protocols for organizing such competitions. I want to emphasize the need for teamwork. Once we agree to take on this task, we must be ready to take collective responsibility for our actions or inactions. This calls for us to exercise restraint and put the service of our country above our own interests. We must be transparent in the execution of our duties as we organize these tournaments. And I wish to remind you all that all public resources will be accounted for. I therefore appeal to you to avoid unethical conduct and financial impropriety that will bring a dark cloud over these tournaments that Ugandans are looking forward to enjoying. Once again, I thank you. And I am so proud of the names I have heard here being read out. Each name speaks for itself. I feel honored, and I am grateful to have you as members on this local organizing committee. I trust that all of us will do our best. So I thank you for accepting this responsibility. I look forward to a beautiful experience as we work together to host the most prestigious football tournament on the African continent. Let us prepare adequately as a country to give Africans and the world a phenomenal experience. It is now my honor to commission and bless you as the Afcon Local Organizing Committee and your respective committees. I thank you.